Oh, sorry, I was muted. Okay, so I was telling you today we're going to be working on the final part of the grammar before our exam. Tomorrow is supposed to be our exam. So what we're going to be doing is for the grammar part, reviewing a little bit of the present perfect, continuous, and then we'll continue with phrasal verbs if we have some time as well. But we're also going to continue watching the story of Nick, Talia, and everything else. Is that okay? Do you have any questions before we start?
No, not it.
Okay, so let's take a look what we have here.
Oh, good, you're here. Coach, I've been trying to reach you since last night. This whole scandal is because of...
Look, Nick, we've been working together for 4 years now. You're my best player, and frankly, Nick, I feel like we're family.
Thanks, Coach. Me too, I feel the same way.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you've been having money problems.
No, I haven't. I haven't been having money problems. Those are all just rumors. Smear tactics, fake news. Trust me, Coach, I have not let you down.
Well, why don't you clear the whole thing up for me then?
I would love to. The truth is, it's Dean. I know it's him.
Dean. Our Dean? Dean Bishop.
Yes, Dean Bishop. And his sister is involved too. She secretly recorded a conversation I had with her. Then they doctored the audio file from the conversation. She pretended to be a VP for a shoe company. She offered me money for a fake endorsement.
You're saying they made it look like a bribe for sitting out the qualifying game?
Exactly.
But Dean and his sister, that's hard to believe. I mean, why would Dean do this to you?
You tell me. Ambition, jealousy, ruthlessness. Dean is a great player, but he's always been in my shadow. He wants you to kick me off the team so that he can be the star.
This is incredible. I hate to have to ask you, but do you have proof?
Not hard proof. Not yet. But I've been working with Talia Santos at Newsline. I'm hoping she can help.
I wish someone could help you. It may be too late. The Soccer Federation has been calling me for the past 2 days. They want to suspend you.
Suspend me? But what about Dean Bishop?
He's going to play in the qualifying match. Next to you, he is our strongest player.
So, can you tell me what is happening in the video?
Yeah, Tony went up with his coach. He tried to explain what is happening, and the coach says that he feels like a family with Tony, and he says that he knows that Tony have a problem or money problems, but Tony says that that is a fake news. Tony says that he discovered that Dean and his sister is involved with this fake news, with this problem. And he explains other things with the audio and how the sister pretend to be a manager of kick shoes and all the part about this. And then the coach asks why Dean do this. Tony says maybe ambition or maybe jealousy, because if Tony will be out of the team, maybe Dean can be the star. And then the coach says that if Tony have any proof about this, and Tony says that he doesn't have yet, but he will travel with Talia, and they will try to, I don't know how to say, conseguir.
Yes.
Conseguir, I don't know.
Get.
Yeah, but they will try to make the proofs, and then the coach says that they have 2 days before the team decide to suspend to Tony.
Exactly. Great. So yes, exactly what you said. Basically, Nick is explaining the whole situation, how Dean and his sister basically tricked Dean into accepting this deal with Kick Shoes, and they made it seem like it was a bribe. And yes, the coach asks Nick for what the reasons could be for Dean, and Nick says that maybe Dean is jealous, maybe Dean wants to be the star, and with Nick gone, he's going to get that. And yes, he says that he'll get proof, he'll get evidence about what he's saying, and he has to do it. Okay, do you think that Nick will do it? Will be able to get the evidence? Do you think that Nick is being honest?
Yeah, I think because it's strange that the relationship with Dean and the supposed manager of Kick Shoes.
Exactly. It's like there's something wrong there. There's something weird. So yes. Now, number 1 says, why didn't Coach Hanskins know about Nick's money problems?
Nick never had money problems.
Exactly. He never had money problems. They made it seem like he did, but he did. Nick tells Coach Haskins the story about Dean and Jackie. How does Coach Haskins react?
He doesn't believe Nick at first.
Yeah, he seems a little bit skeptical, but then he starts trying to think about it. And how does Nick expect to prove his story?
By working with Talia Santos to get evidence.
By working with Talia Santos to get evidence. What does the Soccer Federation want to do?
Investigate the scandal.
Investigate the scandal, exactly. Are you sure though? Is it investigating the scandal?
Or speak to the coach.
No. They said something else. The coach says something else.
Keep Nick from playing.
Exactly. Keep Nick from playing because they want to suspend him, right? They want to keep him from playing, and they're just going to have Dean as the star. So let's see. Okay, that's great. 4 out of 4, correct. Okay. So what we're going to do now, I don't know which parts of the video show the grammar that we are looking for. Let's see. For example, this part here.
Oh, good, you're here. Coach, I've been trying to reach you since last night. This whole scandal is because of...
Look, Nick. We've been working together for 4 years now. You're my best player, and frankly, Nick, I feel like we're family.
Thanks, Coach. Me too, I feel the same way.
I'm sorry.
So Nick enters the room and he says, Coach, I've been trying to reach you since yesterday, I think.
Oh, good, you're here. Coach, I've been trying to reach you since last night.
I've been trying to reach you since last night. So now, what tense is he using?
I have been, he estado intentando.
Exactly. So we have the present perfect, I have been, and then we have a continuous verb, trying. So it's called the present perfect continuous. And look at how he's using it with the expression since. I've been trying to reach you since last night. So when did he start trying to reach the coach?
Last night.
Last night, exactly. Last night he started trying to reach the coach. And when has he stopped trying to reach the coach?
Right now.
Right now, right? So how do we use the present perfect continuous? We use it to talk about things that have been happening in a specific point in the past until now, and things that were happening in progress. We can't use it for things that happen only once. We always use it for things that happen in progress. So he probably tried many times. He has probably tried calling the coach, maybe sending the mails. So he has been trying for different times, since last night until now, he has been trying many different times. He has probably called the coach many times. Yes, and then we have another example. Let's see. Please, again.
This whole scandal is because of...
Look, Nick, we've been working together for 4 years now. You're my best player.
And now the coach says we've been working together for 4 years now. So when did they start working together?
The last 4 years.
They started working together 4 years ago, and they have continued working together until now. So they have been working together this entire time in progress. It's not something that happened only once, but instead something that happened in progress, starting in the past up until now. So those are the uses of the present perfect continuous. And we're going to see with the grammar part that we have here. Do you have any questions before we start?
No, not.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Welcome back. I've been teaching grammar for 8 years. That's a long time. What about you? How long have you been studying English? Have been teaching and have been studying are examples of the present perfect continuous. Let's take a look at this form.
I've been teaching grammar for 8 years. It's the same as what Nick was using and as the same scenario as what the coach was using. I've been teaching grammar for 8 years. That means that he has started teaching grammar 8 years ago, and he has been teaching grammar throughout this entire time until now, and he probably will continue to teach grammar. Same thing as the other one. How long have you been studying English? So that means that at some point in the past, you started studying English and you haven't stopped until now. It's a continuous thing, a progressive thing that happened throughout this entire time. So we use the present perfect continuous to talk about something that began in the past and is still happening until now. The Soccer Federation has been calling me for the past 2 days. So that means that the federation started calling the coach 2 days ago here, and that they are still calling him. So they have called him many times throughout this time, and they are still calling him now. So they have been calling him during this entire time, from the starting 2 days ago until now. Things that started in the past and continue until now. We have. Now, this is the grammar part. It says we form the present perfect continuous with have or has plus been plus the base form of the verb plus ing. So you need to remember that all continuous forms are always the verb to be plus the verb and ing, right? Todas las formas continuas siempre se forman con el verbo to be más el verbo con ing. For example, the present continuous. I am teaching. Right? It's the verb to be first, el verbo to be am, y luego el verbo con ing, teach. El pasado continuo. I was teaching. Lo mismo. Tenemos el verbo to be y luego el verbo con ing. I was teaching. Lo único que cambia en realidad es en qué tiempo estamos conjugando el verbo to be. Esto es lo que cambia. ¿En qué tiempo se está conjugando el verbo to be? Presente, pasado simple. We can use future tenses if you want as well. For example, I will be teaching. So again, we have the same structure. We have el verbo to be, en el futuro will be, y luego el verbo con ing. I will be teaching. We can use modals. I can be teaching. I should be teaching. And we can conjugate it in any verb form, in any verb tense that we want. Cualquier tiempo verbal, incluyendo lo que estamos viendo ahora, el presente perfecto. Entonces lo que hacemos es conjugar el verbo to be en el presente perfecto. ¿Cómo se conjuga el verbo to be en el presente perfecto? Utilizando el auxiliar have o has, dependiendo de la persona, y luego been, que es el participio del verbo to be. ¿No? Por ejemplo, I have been teaching. She has been teaching. Entonces es exactamente lo mismo que cualquier forma continua, pero el verbo to be se conjuga en el tiempo presente perfecto. Es decir, I have been or she has been. El auxiliar have o has más el participio del verbo to be. Y luego el verbo principal con ing, terminación ing. She has been teaching. Right? Is that okay so far? ¿Y si se entiende?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So let's take a look at what we have in our book. It says have or has plus been plus the base form of the verb plus ing. I have been playing, she has been playing. Remember that in conversation, we can use contractions with pronouns and nouns. So for example, instead of you have been, we can say you've been, and we can contract have, right? La palabra have como auxiliar se puede contraer de esta manera. Y la palabra has como auxiliar también se puede contraer de esta manera. Entonces, por ejemplo, I have been teaching, I've been teaching. She has been teaching, she's been teaching. They've been teaching. So we can contract it with any pronoun, with any noun. You have been having money problems, you've been having money problems. Right? Is that okay so far? That is the affirmative form.
Okay.
Right? So I have been, she has been, we have been, we've been, they've been, she's been, he's been, it's been. And then what about the negative form? The negative form is pretty simple. We just use the negative form of the present perfect. That means that we use have not, has not. Right? The negative form of the present perfect. La forma negativa del presente perfecto, que es have not or has not. I have not been teaching. She has not been playing. I have not, she has not. Y también se puede contraer. En vez de decir has not, podemos decir hasn't, igual que en el presente perfecto. She hasn't been teaching. She hasn't been having money problems. Nick hasn't been having money problems. Y si fuera have not, sería haven't. Por ejemplo, I have not been teaching can be contracted into I haven't been teaching. I have not been teaching, I haven't been teaching. Okay, has not, hasn't, have not, haven't. Entonces, el negativo simplemente consiste en añadirle el not después del auxiliar have o has. Is that okay so far?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what else we have. Now, this is important. We often use the present perfect continuous with for plus a length of time. So that means that we use for to express for how long this thing has been happening. The duration of this action, the duration of the action that we're talking about. So some examples of a length of time are, let's say, 20 minutes, 4 years, a long time. So it's a duration of time. The coach, for example, says, Nick, we've been working together for 4 years. For 4 years means that this action has been happening during 4 years, during the past 4 years, ¿no? Durante los pasados 4 años. Lo mismo que en español. Hemos estado trabajando juntos por 4 años. So exactly the same as in Spanish. So that means that Nick and the coach started working together 4 years ago and that they're still working together. And not only for, but we can also use since. Since points out a specific point of time. Señala un punto específico de tiempo where the action started, donde empezó la acción. For example, I've been trying to speak to you since last night, coach. Desde anoche. Eso significa que anoche empezó la acción y hasta ahora sigue, ¿no? Pero esto nos señala el punto específico en el cual empezó la acción, mientras que el for nos señala la duración de esa acción, por cuánto tiempo dura. Entonces, in this case, last night, Nick started trying to reach the coach, and he's still trying to reach the coach now. So some examples of a point of time are 4 p.m., last night, 2001, January. So the difference is we have specific times here, tenemos tiempos específicos, y acá son duraciones de tiempos, 4 años, 5 años, un mes, una semana, una década, y aquí es el 12 de diciembre, 2001, anoche, en la mañana, enero. So, for and since, es lo mismo que en español, por 4 años, desde anoche. Exactly the same, for and since. Is that okay so far? Any questions?
No, not it.
Okay. Now we ask questions with how long plus the present perfect continuous to find the length of time something has been happening. Es muy, muy común utilizar el how long para hacer preguntas sobre la duración en la que una acción ha estado pasando. How long have you been studying English? How long have we been working together? How long have you been watching TV? How long have you been living here? How long have you been teaching English, let's say? ¿Cuánto tiempo, por cuánto tiempo has estado? Ahora, la estructura de las preguntas es exactamente lo mismo, pero invertimos. En vez de tener el sujeto primero tenemos el auxiliar have o has, luego tenemos el sujeto o la persona y luego el verbo to be. Have you been? Has she been? Have we been? Have they been? How long have they been friends? ¿Por cuánto tiempo han sido amigos? How long have they been going to the same school? How long have we, have you, has she, has he been? How long have you been working together, Nick? 4 years. Okay. Any questions so far? Is that all right?
Yeah, the teacher is right.
All right, perfect. Now let's take a look at what we have. See. Okay. Sorry, it says, think of 5 activities that you have been doing and how long you have been doing them. Write notes in the boxes and connect each one to the appropriate dates on the time. So for example, we have as an example, I've been playing the piano for a long time, since 2007. What have you been doing? Really, how long have you been playing? I've been studying hard to get my degree. So tell me something that you've been doing, let's say, since you were a kid. What is something that you started doing when you were a kid and that you do it until now? What's an activity that maybe you do?
Maybe I have been singing with a band since, I guess, 2030. Yeah.
All right, 2013?
Yeah.
All right, nice. So you have been singing with a band since 2013. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, good. What type of band is it?
It's like we make covers, romantic covers. Obviously, with the pass of time, we changed some members of us, but 3 original members we are still in the band.
Okay, nice. And do you record anything? Did you record anything so far?
Yeah.
Or
We got 2, yeah, two recordings.
okay, nice. Great. Have you uploaded them somewhere?
Yeah, in Instagram, I guess.
Very nice. And what's your band called?
The name is 24, the number, just the number. And
Okay.
the songs are one is Shakira, and second is the band Scorpions.
Wow. Okay, nice. I'm going to look you guys up.
Yeah, I will send the link.
Okay, nice. Do you do it often? Like, do you guys get together often to practice or to rehearse?
Lastly, we can't meet because I am in La Paz and they're in maybe in Cochabamba, others in Potosí. So in vacation, it's the opportunity to meet again.
Okay, wow. When was the last time that you guys met?
In vacation, yeah, in July. Yeah.
Okay, nice. All right, that's really interesting. I didn't know that. I knew that you like music because I remember that once you told me, but I didn't know that you were in it.
Yeah.
Really cool. Okay, good. And it's a long time, right? 2013? It's been
Yeah.
10.
Mhm.
Wow, okay, good. What about another activity? Can you think of something else?
Maybe I have been reading books, but I like to investigate more than just read. For example, if I am reading a book of economic, I like to investigate the concept that I don't know, or maybe the context of historical if I don't know what it's saying in the book.
Okay, nice, good. So you like to investigate farther from what you read. And you've been doing that since you were a kid? Is your own school, let's say?
No, it's maybe a recommendation of my brother or something like this.
Okay, nice. So yeah, I guess that's a good technique because I think that's actually the best way to learn because sometimes you read and you memorize, but you're not actually learning if you don't understand the context and everything and every word. So yes, I think it's a good technique to start.
Yeah.
Right. Can you think of anything else that you've been doing for maybe a couple of years, a couple of months that you started this year?
This year, maybe I have been learning to use Ere Studio. It's like a program for statistics and probability at university, and I guess it's so useful because all of things for data, this is useful for the future for all because you can predict maybe.
Okay, nice. Is it like Stata or yeah? Okay, good. So yes, I was also learning how to use Stata and well, Stata mainly, SPS as well, a little bit. But yes, they're a little bit hard to use. So I don't know the one that you're telling me. But yes, those softwares are extremely useful for statistics. And I think they can apply into any subject, any career, any profession.
Yeah. It's important because you can predict if your project will be profitable. Oh yeah, this.
Yes, exactly. And it's an easy way to manage data from anything. Yeah, especially I'd say in business, economics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, nice. Anything else that you've been learning to do, that you've been practicing?
Maybe a lot of things with make or management, maybe a project like platform like Miro, because it's like I don't know, say lluvia de ideas,
Brainstorm?
brainstorm. Yeah, this is important. The first step maybe for build a good project. Eventually, if your team is big, for example, university, every semester we had to create a project like a volunteers or maybe charity or something like this. So last years I can understand more of this.
Okay, nice. So it's like for planning projects?
Planning, yeah, or schedule or chronogram of this type.
Okay, nice. Didn't know of that. I haven't heard of that. But it sounds like a useful tool. Very nice. So it's important for brainstorming, for planning, right? Remember that after the word for, after any preposition, we use a gerund, right? For planning. It's important for planning. Okay. Right, great. So let's take a look at what is the vocabulary that we have for this unit. I think it's related to the grammar as well because it's about phrasal verbs. Look. Okay, but we have to watch the video for context. Let's go to the second video. Okay.
Dean!
Nick, buddy. Tough rap you're taking. Is there anything I can do to help?
Yes, there is something you can do. You can tell Coach what really happened.
Excuse me?
You know, this scheme of yours, making your sister a fake executive, offering me this deal.
What What are you talking about?
How you and your so-talented sister have been plotting for how long now?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, really? The two of you dreamed up that fake endorsement. That must have taken a lot of planning. I'm impressed. I didn't know you were that smart.
You're talking crazy now.
It was you, Dean. I know it was you. I guess you didn't expect me to figure it out. I'm shocked you would go this far.
Wow, Nick, you've made up quite a story there. In fact, that's one of the zaniest stories I've ever heard.
I don't know how you pulled this all off. How you produced that audio file, but I do know it was you and your sister.
Yeah? This is so typical of you. Always so sure of yourself. Always the star. Well, not such a star now, are you? Hat trick Nick.
I know what you did.
Oh, you think you know. But let's see you prove it.
Alright, so we're finally in the video. Finally, we have the confrontation.
And Tony and Dean have a discussion, and Tony says that he knows what Dean is doing. He says that he has talent for lying, maybe. And then at the first, Dean says that he doesn't have idea
Idea.
what he's talking about or something like this. And then Tony says how he can produce the audio, but Dean being to maybe shows the real face. He says that Tony always need to be the star, and then I don't know how to say admit, yeah. Dean admits that maybe he made the fails audio, but Dean says that let's see how Dean can prove it. This.
Exactly, how Nick can prove it. Yes. Yes, exactly. So they were having an argument, not a discussion. They were having an argument. And yes, I think that Dean somehow admitted without explicitly saying, yes, I did it. But yes, he somehow admitted that he's behind the entire thing. He shows his real face, as you say. But in the beginning, he says that he has no idea. Right? Remember that expression? He has no idea about what Nick is talking about. But then he sort of confesses and he kind of challenges Nick to prove what he's saying. So let's see what happens. Let's see if Nick can prove the entire thing. Now, throughout the video, we had a lot of phrasal verbs where I was able to hear a couple of them of these. Let's take a look at this part here.
No, it was you and your sister. I don't know how you pulled this all off. I'm shocked you would go this far.
Wow, Nick, you've made up quite a story there.
For example, we just have one phrasal verb. He says, you've made up quite a story there. Do you know what it means to make something up?
Enojado?
No, not really.
I don't know.
Look at the context. Initially, Dean is denying everything. And Dean says, you've made up a story. What does it mean to make something up? To make a story up?
¿Cómo te hiciste?
Exactly. Yes. Inventar. Make up, inventar. So for example, make up a story, inventate una historia, make up an example, make up whatever. You need to make something up. Inventarte algo. Entonces, es lo mismo que invent, but it's way more common to use the phrasal verb instead of the normal. Mucho más común es usar make-up. Bueno, make-up tiene varios significados en realidad. Puede ser también compensar por algo. Por ejemplo, I know that I let you down, but I'm gonna make it up to you. Te voy a compensar con algo. Make it up. También puede ser. Puede ser make-up, maquillaje, pero también make-up puede ser inventarse algo. So, en este caso, Dean le dice, you've made up quite a story there. Inventaste una historia ahí. And let's see what else they said.
Write a story there. In fact, that's one of the zaniest stories I've ever heard.
I don't know how you pulled this all off.
And now Nick is using another verb, phrasal verb. He says, I don't know how you pull this all off. So to pull something off, do you know what it means?
No.
To pull something off means to make it work. ¿Cómo hiciste que esto funcione? ¿Cómo hiciste todo esto? To pull something off. Entonces, por ejemplo, let's say somebody threw a party. Let's say I'm in my group of friends and it's one of my friends' birthdays and it's today. And somebody, for some reason, was able to throw a party in less than 5 hours. So I go to the party and I'm gonna be like, wow, I don't know how you pull it off. I don't know how you made it. I don't know how you were able to how you managed to throw a party in such a short time. So to pull it off means lograr algo. ¿Cómo hiciste que algo sucediera? ¿Cómo te arreglaste para que esto pasara? So I don't know how you pull this all off means I don't know how you made it work. ¿Cómo hiciste que funcione todo este plan? ¿Cómo hiciste que pase? Pull it off. Pull off. So that's pull off. Is it okay so far?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's continue.
How you produced that audio file, but I do know it was you and your sister.
Yeah? This is so typical of you. Always so sure of yourself. Always the star. Well, not such a star now, are you? Hat trick Nick.
I know what you did.
Oh, you think you know. But let's see you.
I'm shocked you would. Dean, I know it was you. I guess you didn't expect me to figure it out.
Now he's using another phrasal verb. I guess you didn't expect me to figure it out. Do you know what it means to figure something out?
Figure out. Averiguarlo, como encontrar.
Exactly. To figure something out means resolver algo.
Yeah.
Resolver algo, to figure something out. So Dean didn't expect Nick to figure the whole thing out, to solve the case and to find out the truth. Then we have another verb, find out the truth. But he says that he's going to prove it. Okay, so now let's take a look at the vocabulary we have. Okay. Okay. So in the video, Nick says to the coach, I haven't let you down. So we had another phrasal verb in the first video. I haven't let you down. Do you know what it means to let someone down?
No.
It means to disappoint somebody, to let someone down. So In this case, Nick says to the coach, I haven't let you down. I haven't done anything to disappoint you. I haven't let you down. I haven't disappointed you. So I let you down means I disappointed you. I haven't let you down means I haven't disappointed you. I haven't done anything wrong. Right? So to let someone down, it's always like that. Let you down, let me down. Don't let me down, please. Don't disappoint me. The coach says, why don't you clear this whole thing up? We had another phrasal verb there. Clear something up. Do you know what it means to clear something up?
Aclarar algo.
Exactly, to clear something up, clear up. Let down and clear up are separable phrasal verbs because we can separate them. We can say, clear this up, let me down. So we can put something in the middle of the two particles. We're going to see some examples of these verbs, and we're going to see the meanings of different verbs as well. So clear up, to make something easier to understand, to clarify something, right? Aclarar. We don't know how this happened, but we better clear it up so it won't happen again. We don't know how this happened, but we better clear it up so it won't happen again. Then we have figure out, which we already said it was to basically to solve something, to manage to make sense of someone or something. Please explain to me why my computer broke down. I just can't figure it out. I can't solve it. I can't know. So you can also talk about people when you use figure out. You can say, figure someone out. I am going to figure you out. That means I'm going to learn all about you. I'm going to know you better. I'm going to figure you out. Then we have kick out. Do you know what it means?
No.
Kick out basically means botar a alguien de algún lugar, echar a alguien, to force someone out of a place. So let's say my mom kicked me out of the house. So my mom kicked me out. My parents kicked me out. Mis papás me echaron, me botaron, kicked me out. So we use it with people. So to kick someone out. You can also use it with things, to kick the ball out, let's say. Sacar, echar, botar algo o alguien. The manager kicked Young ran out of the restaurant because she was smoking in the non-smoking section. So the manager kicked him out of the restaurant, right? To kick someone out. I don't think there's another verb for that. I think it's the only one, kick out. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Then we have let down, which is what we were saying, to make someone feel disappointed because you have not done what you have promised. Not necessarily what you have promised, but what you were supposed to do, what you needed to do. So you said you'd come to the party, you won't let me down, will you? So you won't let me down, you won't disappoint me. I'm trusting you, you won't let me down. Then we have pull off, which is what Nick was using, to be successful with something that is not easy. So to make something that is not easy. I think I missed that part. Something that is somehow that requires some effort, for example. So as I was telling you in the example of the party, let's say my friend is throwing a party in 5 hours, is organizing an entire party in 5 hours, and she has the cake and balloons and everything ready. I'm going to be like, wow, how did you pull this off? How did you make it happen? How did you let's say, throw this party so successfully when it wasn't easy? So did you hear that Marcus just graduated from medical school? I'm surprised. I really didn't think he could pull it off. I didn't think he could make it. He could be successful. Pull off. Then we have dream up. Do you know what it means?
No.
Dream up, to think of something new and unusual. So dream up is like inventing or being innovative. It's like dreaming about something. It's kind of the same as dreaming, but it's dreaming about something big, dreaming about something almost difficult to achieve. So for example, who dreamed up the title of that program? Who dreamed up the title of that program? Who thought about the title of that program? Because it's a little unusual, it says. It's a little new, it's innovative, it's creative, maybe. Dream up. It's like, I don't know if we have a word in Spanish for that. Perhaps like ocurrirse, ¿cómo se te ocurrió? How did you dream up that title? Who dreamed up the title of the program? ¿A quién se le ocurrió? So it's something usually innovative, new, creative. That's it. Then we have hand in. Do you know what it means?
No.
Hand in is basically like presentar. It's like submit, but submit is usually used for technology or in the internet. But hand in is basically presentar. Por ejemplo, para hablar de tareas, we usually don't say, I'm going to present my assignment. We say, I'm going to hand it in. And that means I'm going to presentar. Right? To give something to someone in a position of authority, básicamente es presentar. Please hand your request in to the personal section by major team. Presenta tu solicitud. Hand in your request. Hand in an assignment. Hand in. Presentar. Dar. No? Then we have leave out. Do you know what it means?
Like abandonar o irse.
Leave es abandonar o irse. Leave out es excluir. To exclude somebody or someone from something. So to not have put someone or something in a group. So basically exclude. Let's say my friends left me out and they didn't invite me to the party. So my friends left me out, me excluyeron, me dejaron fuera. It's kind of the same as in Spanish, me excluyeron. So if you have Ahmed out of the party, if you leave Ahmed out of the party, he'll be awfully disappointed. If you leave him out, if you exclude him from the party. So to leave someone out, excluir out. Do you know what is pass on?
Como pasar algo que te han dicho, como sí.
Exactly. Pass on is basically to share information, to give someone a piece of information that someone else has told you, to share information that you have acquired for somebody else. For example, this is very commonly used when we talk about legends and myths and stories that pass on from generation to generation. So we use it like that, you know? Stories that have been passed on generation to generation. So they have been shared amongst people. So please pass the news on to Arturo when you see him. So pass the news on to him. That means share the news with him. Right? Pass on the news. To pass on a story, to pass on information, to pass something on. And then finally we have turn up. Do you know what it means?
Aumentar.
Exactly. I think we saw it before, right? When like I think it was in the video where Nick was in this I don't know if it was like a coffee shop or what, but there was some girl that was playing the news and Nick was like, turn it up. So that means aumentar el volumen. So to make a machine such as a radio, oven, produce more sound, heat. It's not necessarily for volume. It's also going to be for heat. For example, it says like maybe an oven, un horno. If you turn it up, that means that you're making it produce more heat. So you are turning up the heat in that case. Would you mind turning up the air conditioner? That means subir el aire acondicionado, turning up the air conditioner. It's awfully hot in here. So to turn up means subir, aumentar algo, el volumen, aumentar, en este caso, el aire acondicionado, el horno, el microondas, machines usually. Turn up. So is that okay? Do you have any questions about any of these facial verbs? Maybe is there anyone that wasn't clear that you would like me to go over again?
No, no.
Okay, so we have those. And now we're going to match the expressions with their definitions. So clear up, what does it mean?
Explain something or solve a problem.
Explain something or solve a problem, clear something up, dream up.
think of a plan or idea.
Yes, I think it's correct. Figure out.
I think maybe explain something, the first two.
No, I mean, yes, it can be. But then what would clear up be? Like figure out means resolver, right? It's kind of like solve. But clear up is also like solving a problem. Like in this case, Nick has to clear the problem up. So I don't know. I think maybe you're missing one.
Or maybe figure out, understand something after thinking about it.
Exactly. Understand something after thinking about it. Figure it out. Hand in.
Give writing work to someone.
Give written work to someone, exactly, to submit, to present something. Kick out.
Make someone leave.
Someone leave. To let down.
Fail to do something for someone.
Fail to do something for someone. To pass on.
Tell someone what you have heard.
Tell someone what you've heard. To pull off.
Succeed in doing something difficult.
Succeed in doing something difficult. To turn up.
Make louder.
Louder. And to leave out.
Not include something.
Right, so these are just one of the definitions that these verbs have, but they sometimes have more, right? Like maybe turn up is not necessarily making something louder, it could be more heat. But yes, I do agree. Let's see. Okay, that's perfect. 10 out of 10. Well done. Nice. Okay. So what do you think? Do you have any questions before we go today?
No, teacher.
Okay. And please don't forget today's daily survey on your screen. It should be, I don't know what. Okay.
Teacher, when is the quiz?
Tomorrow. Going to be. So I will assign you just a little bit of practice for what we did today, only today. So maybe the vocabulary and the grammar, so that you don't have a lot of homework, and you can practice a bit.
Okay.
Okay, so I will see you tomorrow.